Hi, once again this is Ed from ExoticBlanks. Today we're going to be doing some turning on a Indian Ebony material that I recently acquired. This is a recycled material. It has been used as a handle, as I understand it, as a paintbrush handle for years. It was essentially available in the mid-1950s from what I've been told. So now the source is taking it off of the brushes and turning it into basically just a pen turning blank. I wanted to turn this because it is a very seasoned blank, and I wanted to see how it turns and at the same time show you how it turns and show you some ideas that may make it easier. As I start this blank, I find out that it really isn't very difficult. The material is certainly dry, but as you can see, it's not coming off in sawdust, it's coming off in reasonable sized chips. At that point, I'm turning between centers here, and I don't have the tailstock extremely tight, so that if I do get a catch, it will stop the rotation rather than starting the thing breaking apart the blank. So as you can see, it's not difficult to turn it, and it is coming off in reasonable sized chips, and it's all pretty simple. I'll probably speed up. I will speed up this video so that you don't have to watch me turn forever. I did a little reading about Indian Ebony. It's actually a fine-grained wood, and it is pretty rare apparently. It's from India or Sri Lanka, and there's not a lot of it available. As I say, this has been used in the past as some kind of handle, so it is being repurposed. As you can see, it's got brown and black stripes, so it's a kind of a pretty wood. Once I get to this point, I'm doing the facing of these blanks. As most of you know, I don't face them before I turn them. I wait until I'm close to finished and then face it with a sanding device like this. And as you can see, I work very fast when it's at double speed, but that will get it done. Then you go back to doing the actual turning to get it down to the size that it should be for the pen. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video was to get this tip in. If you're dealing with material that is kind of flimsy at the ends, you can take thin CA, and as you get toward the end of your turning, you're almost down to the size of the blank, or the size that it should be, put thin CA on both ends of the blank. Now with this material, it really didn't need it, but I wanted to show this because it is something that you can do. People say all the time that the blank blew up at the end. The blank doesn't blow up. You have your tool and you get it so thin that you get under the material and you tear it off. And that's the problem that you run into when you blow up a blank. Now, if you use the thin CA like this, it will minimize your chances of doing that. You still can if you try real hard. But if you're careful, you can now, you can see I've go in tighter on it so that you can see what's going to happen here. The material is reinforced with this thin CA, and therefore it is easier to turn, even though this one has not been difficult anyway. But you'll see as the tool goes across it, it just takes off actually nicer cutting than it is in the middle, because the ends are a little bit more rigid or held together because of the CA. So it's a tip that you may want to use from time to time if you find that you're a little nervous about the ends of your blank. Stop it, put a little thin CA on it. That was real time. I put that thin glue boost on it, and I was back to turning within probably 30-35 seconds. It doesn't take long for it to sink in and become something that you can still turn. I will tell you that with some CAs, the smell is really bad. Glue Boost is not that bad, so there's an advantage there. Now I'm measuring the two ends because I'm just about ready to take it off the lathe. I will not show the sanding and all the rest of that. I'm trying to keep this one short. As it is, it's going to be almost 7 minutes. So I want you to get back to actually being able to play with your lathe and toys and not goof around watching me. But hopefully you've gained something from this. The material is fairly easy to turn. It is available on our website. The blanks we have a couple hundred of them. Try it, see what you think of it. You'll see at the end it makes a really nice pen. I used a Glue Boost finish on it, and it was very simple to do the finish. So hope you enjoyed the video. We look forward to the next one, and please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please make notes at the bottom of this the video, and I will be back to answer them in the next day or two. This is just measuring the two ends to make sure that it's going to be right for the pen. And there's the pen. We have a close-up and a little farther view to show you the pen and the actual material. It was pretty stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night now.